NVIDIA HQ plan stalls, new Taipei eyes opportunity. Tariff impact deepens, 8,500 workers on unpaid leave. KMT race, Cheng leads, 30% undecided. 6.9 magnitude earthquake strikes Philippines. YouTube to pay $24.5 million to settle Trump lawsuit over Capitol riot. Chinese woman convicted in world's biggest Bitcoin seizure. Australia pulls sunscreens from shelves over false SPF claims. Jane Goodall, renowned chimpanzee researcher, dies at 91.
Hello everyone, my name is Oceana. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Friday, October 3rd, World Smile Day, and here are our top stories. And for today's Taiwan news, NVIDIA's plans to set up its overseas headquarters in Taipei faces delays as its MOU with Xinggong Life expired. Taipei Mayor Jiang Wan-an said the city has two proposals and remains in close talks with NVIDIA. Meanwhile, new Taipei Mayor Hou You-yi urged the company to consider Linko's A9 sites if Taipei falls through. The tariff tsunami hits Taiwan's job market. Labor Ministry reports 398 companies and 8,505 workers on unpaid leave, up 1,171. U.S. retaliatory tariffs affect 310 firms and 7,755 workers, mostly in manufacturing, accounting for over 90% of affected employees. The KMT leadership race is intensifying. An internal party poll shows郑丽文leading with 30%, Hao Longbing at 17.4%, and Luo Zhiqiang at 16.3%, while 30% of members remain undecided. The poll also finds 88% plan to vote, 8.8% will not, and 2.9% are unsure. And in global news, at least 69 people have been killed and dozens injured after a powerful 6.9 magnitude earthquake struck the central Philippines late Tuesday. Cebu, which suffered the brunt of the damage, declared a state of calamity after thousands spent the night on the streets amid repeated aftershocks. One resident said that power and water supplies were cut off. He added that the voices of crying children could be heard around him, noting that they were traumatized.
Most of the earthquake victims were from Bogo, a small town on one of the largest islands in the Visayas, the Philippines' central region, and the place closest to the earthquake's epicenter. Images show body bags lined up on the street and hundreds of people being treated in tent hospitals. Officials have warned of a lot of damage caused by the quake. Local authorities have appealed for volunteers with medical experience to help treat the injured. The Philippines is composed of thousands of islands, and the National Disaster Agency based in the capital, Manila, is tasked with releasing official casualty figures for typhoons and earthquakes.
YouTube has agreed to pay $24.5 million to settle a lawsuit brought by Donald Trump filed after the video platform suspended his account in the wake of the January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. The settlement from the video streaming giant's parent company, Alphabet, comes after social media sites X and Facebook also agreed to pay Trump for suspending his accounts. Trump had accused YouTube and other tech companies of political bias, claiming they had unfairly censored conservative voices after the Capitol riot in 2021.
At the time of his suspension, social media companies said that Trump risked inciting further violence in Washington, D.C. as part of Monday's settlement. YouTube will pay $22 million to the Trust for the National Mall, a nonprofit group aiming to raise $200 million to build a new ballroom at the White House. Another $2.5 million will go to other organizations and individuals who joined Trump's lawsuit, including the American Conservative Union. YouTube is the latest major platform to settle with the former president. In January, Facebook's parent company, Meta, agreed to a $25 million settlement, with $22 million earmarked for Trump's presidential library. All of Trump's social media accounts have since been reinstated.
A Chinese national has been convicted of playing a key role in what is believed to be the single largest cryptocurrency seizure in the world, worth more than 6.7 billion. Zhiming Qian pleaded guilty on Monday at Southwark Crown Court in London to illegally acquiring and possessing the cryptocurrency. The Metropolitan Police said that between 2014 and 2017, she led a large-scale scam in China, defrauding more than 128,000 victims and storing the stolen funds in Bitcoin assets.
The 47-year-old's guilty plea followed a 7-year probe into a global money laundering network. A total of 61,000 bitcoins were seized from Qian. Police said the probe began in 2018 after they received a tip-off about the transfer of criminal assets. Qian had been evading justice for 5 years prior to her arrest, which required a complex investigation involving multiple jurisdictions. She fled China using false documents and entered the UK, where she attempted to launder the stolen money by purchasing property. Chinese media outlet Lifeweek reported in 2024 that investors, mostly aged between 50 and 75, had poured hundreds of thousands to tens of millions of yuan into investments promoted by Qian.
A sunscreen scandal in the world's biggest skin cancer hotspot is continuing to grow, with 18 products now pulled from shelves in Australia over safety concerns. An analysis by a consumer advocacy group in June found that several popular and expensive sunscreens did not provide the protection claimed by their makers. One product, Ultraviolet's Lean Screen Skin Screen, was supposed to offer a sun protection factor of 50+, but instead returned a result of SPF 4 and was voluntarily recalled in August.
An investigation by the medicines regulator has now flagged about 20 more sunscreens from other brands that share the same base formula, and it raised significant concerns about a testing laboratory. The manufacturer of the base formula, Wild Child Laboratories Thai Limited, has stopped producing it as a result. Of the 21 products it named, 8 have been recalled or had production halted completely. The sale of another 10 products has been paused, and 2 more are under review. In a statement, Wild Child Laboratories boss Tom Curnow said the TGA had found no manufacturing issues at its facility.
Jane Goodall, a renowned researcher who documented the behavior and social lives of chimpanzees and later became a leader of the animal conservation movement, passed away at the age of 91. The Jane Goodall Institute announced that she died of natural causes while in California as part of a speaking tour. The statement said Dr. Goodall's discoveries as an ethologist revolutionized science, and she was a tireless advocate for the protection and restoration of our natural world.
Goodall, who was born in Britain, first became famous for her pioneering work with chimpanzees in Tanzania in the 1960s. She meticulously documented how the animals lived and interacted in research that spanned several decades. She took an unorthodox approach to her study of chimpanzees by immersing herself in their habitat and their lives, experiencing their complex society as a neighbor rather than a distant observer. As Goodall grew in prominence, she used her celebrity to advance animal causes and promote public interest in science. She authored dozens of books about her work with chimpanzees, including many children's books.
The answer for yesterday was C, shutdown. The low profits led to the shutdown of the company's old factory. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Jane Goodall, renowned chimpanzee researcher, dies at 91. Number 1, unorthodox, 不正统的，不拘一格的。The scientist's unorthodox methods surprised his colleagues, but they proved effective. Number 2, pioneering, 先驱的。She received an award for her pioneering research in renewable energy. Number 3, renowned, 名的，享有盛誉的。He is a renowned chef known for his innovative dishes. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section, and the correct answer will be announced next week. It was a simple thing, a circle with a few dots and an upturned curve, but together Harvey Ball created one of the most iconic symbols the world had ever seen. It quickly spread everywhere from graffiti to modern-day emojis. Out of concern that the symbol was being over-commercialized, he created World Smile Day, a day devoted to spreading simple joy and love to everyone, regardless of race, gender, or geographic location. And that's all for today's FUNDAY News. Be sure to tune into FUNDAY News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join FUNDAY for free. I'm your host, Oceana, and I'll see you next time.